Welcome back inside the Terra Insure Group postgame show. Blue Jays victorious over the Tuttle Tigers 20-3 here on Homecoming 2023. Blue Jay head coach Kelly Beeby remains undefeated in homecoming games in his career as the head coach. Pretty good record in his 20 years here as well. Speaking of head coach Kelly Beeby, let's go downstairs with him along with Shawn Silvis.
All right, guys, I am live here with Coach Kelly Beeby. Coach, 4-0 now, pretty much pitching a shutout. No one's put in the end zone yet. Really, the story of the season so far has been the defense. Just talk us through the importance of this defensive line and how tough they've been up front.
Well, no matter what level, you know, NFL, collegiate, I mean, the guys with D linemen are typically successful, you know. This bunch, you know, 4 of the 5 have played 2 or 3 years for us, you know, with Maroney and Glover and Trey and Nicholas and Nico, and then Gettings is our new addition this year, who really just built himself into a football player in the weight room and with want to, and you know, going and he wrestled too, you know, all the things he could do, and he matures and gets better for us. You know, we've made teams one-dimensional and forced them to throw the ball. Tuttle did an outstanding job schematically tonight on blocking us and moving the quarterback off his point, you know, to let him throw on the run. So those were new schemes that we hadn't seen them do yet, and we had to adjust quite a bit tonight during the course of the game. So, you know, as far as our kids picking that stuff up, linebackers making the calls, and then the secondary getting where they're supposed to be, I thought really good night for defense.
Yeah, now talking about the adjustments you had to make, a bit of a cat and mouse game. It seemed like the offense would get some momentum, then you guys would shut them down. When you go out there and talk to those guys, is it strategy, is it motivation? Like as a coach, what are you doing to change the momentum of the offense?
Well, I mean, tonight was a strategy. Sometimes you have to just rip their tail, you know, but they were playing hard tonight, and what we saw with the 12 personnel and creating a 12 personnel, 3 receiver side, having a lead back there to block for the quarterback on the rollout. All those concepts out of that formation were different for us. So we brought some pressure with Rico, and then we moved Gettings over there. We ran some 4-4 concepts with 3 high structure. You know, and all those things, you know, kind of happened on the fly when we got them over here on the sideline, got on the whiteboard a little bit. And again, going back to the fact that they're, you know, pretty veteran, you know, they were able to pick that stuff up.
Now moving to the other side of the ball, you know, the offense has really been a run offense all season. And then all of a sudden tonight, you know, the run was getting shut down and the pass game opened up. You know, Hayden Calvert had a heck of a game, no interceptions, 2 touchdown passes. Talk to us about the adjustments you made there and how important that pass game was.
Well, that's Coach Rice and Coach Young and Coach Plagans and Coach Sanders. I've got plenty going on with the defensive side. Guys made those adjustments, but you know, we see it all the time in our ball games. You know, Tuttle put enough guys in the box to not allow us to run it effectively. So then you got to go to the air, and the gamble is, can your quarterback get it off, and can your receivers catch it? You know, and that's what good teams do. You know, you're not going to see a football team in a state championship game that's pass first. I mean, you got to run the ball, you got to stop the run. But when you need those passes, you got to be efficient in it, and there's got to be enough threat of the run that they can't just bail out to it.
All right, so now we're off next week. We got a bye week. Let these guys rest up and get the big game in Piedmont District play starts then. What can we look forward to here back at home here in a couple?
Well, Piedmont is loaded. You know, they you know, the same set of kids essentially have played sophomore, junior season, and now they're all seniors. They've got the same head coach, new offensive coordinator, still in the flex bone, but I understand he's got some wrinkles that are a little bit different. So we'll start diving in that tomorrow as coaches, so we have, you know, something to practice during the course of the week, you know, based on what we've seen from them before. And then obviously we'll get their Duncan game and Southeast game, you know, going into the actual game week. So, but with the flex bone is an extremely complicated offense, you know, the triple option with the rocket toss and then their post wheel pass game. And like I say, their quarterback's been running it for 3 years. So we'll have our hands full. Need to pack this place out again like we did tonight, support the boys. And, you know, Piedmont's moving up to 6A too. They're coming here this year, so we want to send them out on the right way.
Just last thing for me, Coach. Always we talk about this crowd here, homecoming. I mean, it was standing room only. I mean, there's people packed everywhere. Talk about how important this crowd is and building that momentum to get these victories.
Well, you know, Chap and I were talking about, like, where we're going to put everybody tonight. And if you look, I mean, there was a full circle around the field, both stands. Tuttle traveled well, brought their band. But, the community here, it's kept me here for 20 years. They love their sports, and they love to support the kids. They love to come out and enjoy the game. And, our kids feed off of it. They know that. I mean, the crowd gets excited. They get excited, And, it's just just one of the great things about being at Guthrie.
Well, Coach, we appreciate it. Congratulations. Good luck here in a couple of weeks. Guys, back to you.
Thank you. Head coach Kelly Beeby after a 20-3 victory over the Tuttle Tigers. And Phil, obviously very excited tone from Coach Beeby.
Yeah.
And it's always good to go into a bye week with a performance like tonight against a team like Tuttle.
Yeah, it's a great way to go into a bye week. And more importantly, I think we're pretty darn healthy, Chris, also going into this bye week. And that really matters.
Yeah.
I mean, starting district play, you got a tough Piedmont team coming in.